So I've arrived here in Canberra and it is exceeding expectations. Now, you hear a lot of negativity about Canberra, that nothing really happens in Canberra and it's a boring place to live. But I've been here for a couple of weeks. It's been a little warm, been a little dry, but to be honest, I think I like that about Canberra. I've walked streets and haven't seen people. Now that is what I like. It's Australia's ghost town, Canberra and Serenity. As you can see, it's a tad dry, but with my new hat, I think things are looking up. Let's go explore. There's houses, there's cars, there's just no people. I'm liking it. As you can see, that is evidence of the bird wars. I'm telling you, these birds in Canberra are the worst I've ever seen. God help us all during swooping season. Still no one. It's basically a ghost town. There's no one anywhere. I'm liking it. Can't believe I avoided this place for so long. Yep, I'd say that's a certified ghost town. Things are looking good. Although there seems to be a lack of people here in Canberra, I still have to be careful, because with a hat like this and my skin looking as pale as it does, I am a target for the Asian community. Yes, they'll want to put a ring on this, and I have to keep my wits about me so I don't get sucking into something that's not in my interest. But who knows? We'll wait and see how Canberra turns out. And to think I might actually find my serenity for once. Don't want to get my hopes up, but things are looking good. Now behind me is a sign that says control your dog. Yes, dog owners, control your dog. Now that sign would have been handy in Monterey, but let's be honest, those in Monterey would have not abided by it. But maybe we can influence the culture and can get dog owners to actually take responsibility for their dogs. We live in a time where everyone thinks they're an expert. Everyone thinks they're a foodie. But the real question that needs to be answered in this time of high food prices is, can the gold standard, that is Weet-bix, be matched by a home brand? And yes, it's a Coles brand. I'll get to that later. I'm not happy about it, but due to circumstances, sometimes we have to learn and adapt. But today we're going to find out, can the generic home brand match the gold standard? And we can achieve some cost savings. Some might say that I'm a Weet-bix connoisseur. Would I frame myself that way? Well, yes, I would. So let's find out, can the home brand match the gold standard? So first up, we've got the Weet-bix. That is the home brand. First thing I notice, the box is a 1.12 kilogram versus a 1.2 of the Weet-bix box. So slightly smaller, something to note. But we'll get into the taste testing and we'll see if it stacks up. So this is a tip for young players. You have to get the Weet-bix or wheat biscuit milk ratio right. Otherwise you'll have dry Weet-bix, wheat biscuits, or soggy. Nothing worse, nothing worse. So let's get into the taste test and we'll see how this goes. I really take that in, experience the full flavour. Let it hit the palate. Yes, yes. It is a little bland. Okay. We'll take that into consideration and we'll review it at the end. But first I'll have to cleanse the palate and then experience a gold standard before I make my final assessment. Okay. Stay tuned. So, I've cleansed the palate. I also returned the milk to the refrigerator because it is key to get that milk down to the correct temperature. There is nothing worse or acceptable about having warm milk with your Weet-bix or even room temperature milk. Absolutely unthinkable, sacrosanct. So, we're on to the gold standard, Weet-bix. Now, let's see if they let me down. I don't think they will. I've been eating them for over 30 years. They haven't let me down today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Experience that fullness of flavour. That's the difference. Oh yeah. The vintage 97% whole grain wheat emits restrained yet honest aromas, delivering a crisp, purposeful flavour, leaving one invigorated rather than overwhelmed. Best enjoyed straight from the packet for peak vibrancy. So, for my final verdict, well, it depends. If price point is your number one criteria and you're a non-traditionalist when it comes to eating Weet-bix, i.e. you mix in other things besides milk, that is full cream, milk, and Weet-bix, then you probably could get away with the home brand version. But if you're a traditionalist like myself, and you only have Weet-bix and milk, and that would be raw, unpasteurized milk if they'd allow you, then there is no other selection but Weet-bix. But that's for you to decide for yourself, given your circumstances. Aussie Aaron on the big screen. It doesn't get any better than that. Just a man searching for serenity in a world full of crazy birds. And that's a wrap for another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel. Until next time, catch you later.